Hey there, welcome to Rob's vlog. I'm Robbie Greer from Rusticated-Art, and this is part 2 of a commission that I'm doing for Dave and Kathy Hyde. Now, a month or so ago, I was watching one of their videos and they were at a place called the Grist Mill. And it was a beautiful old mill, and it's situated in the Babcock State Park in West Virginia. And they just happened to be passing through. It was a rainy old day, but they got out and got some footage. And I thought, wow, that'll be an awesome scene to draw. Well, Dave and Kathy agreed because they've since commissioned me to draw it for them. And that's what this vlog is all about. And this is part 2. And today we're really just going to be focusing on one side, one corner, around the edge of the roof of the mill and down one side, which is just blocking in the foliage. It's going to be a long process, and I like to keep the videos as short as possible, but at the same time trying to show as much as possible, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it just as much as I'm enjoying drawing it. Alright, what I thought today, I'll just sort of get the foliage around the old mill. So it's going to take me time here, and what I've done here, as you can see, is just put it in where the foliage is going to go. But I'm going to go in now and just make that a little bit more defined. So it's really just a series of scribbles and squiggles. A little bit darker. It's pushed back there. In fact, I'm going to use my grid template. I'm just going to sort of do the darks. Just change to a thinner lead. That was a 0.2. This is a 0.7. I mean, that was a 2.0. This is a 0.7. Now, I'm not trying to get it exactly right, but all I want to do is just get it as close as we can get it to the reference. A lot of this I'll be doing off camera because it really is a time-consuming part of the drawing. So I don't want to bore you with it. I just go around the outside of the building just to start with. And of course there's different variations of darkness as well. I mean, it's called the tonal difference, tonal value, I mean. So it's not just black and white as such. Of course I draw to a grey scale, so I have to use different tones or different values to achieve a three-dimensional effect. You know, so because the thing with drawing trees is, yeah, there's different trees, and what I mean is that there might be 20 or 30 different trees just in one area. So like this one here is at the front, and these ones obviously are further back, and then right at the back there you can't make out what they are, but it's very dark. So here is the lightest part. There's, well, not the darkest, but it's a bit more than a mid-tone, and then here we've got darker again, and then mid-tones, and then we've got really dark. So and that's what we just sort of try and balance out as we go into the drawing. And of course this is an A4, the reference photo, and I'm drawing to an A2. I'll bet Dave and Kathy have seen some pretty awesome, beautiful old buildings in their travels. I know since I've been watching their channel, I've seen some amazing places. The history it goes right back from the time, well, that history's been recorded, I guess. I mean, here in Australia, the history, it goes back a little bit, probably about the same as New Zealand, but we just don't have the same history that they have in the northern hemisphere. And I guess that's because everyone came from the north originally. Well, not the indigenous, but the white people certainly came from the north. I guess, because we hear about these things in our little part of the world, And they're very iconic places that people would love to go to visit. Well, I know I would. Remember, this is just the ground. When I say ground, no, this is just the underdrawing. Just laying down some graphite, and there will be plenty of changes to make on the way. Really just trying to figure out where everything's going to go. And of course, I'm likely to change just as quick as when I say I want to do this bit here, I'm likely to jump over to that bit over there, and that's just how I go about it. I won't be spending too much time in one particular area. I just want to sort of bring it slowly forward, and in fact I probably will jump to different places, because it's going to take me quite some time to do this drawing, which is great. And of course I can use a little bit of artistic license, because the reference photo doesn't always make the best drawing. And that's the beauty of artistic license. You can just, I might move that over there, or I'm not talking about the actual structures, but as far as the foliage and that goes, a lot of commission work I do, and the actual image, like the house, I sometimes find that there's no actual trees right next to the house, but there'll be some beautiful trees sort of out of picture. You know, you'll see it with your naked eye because it's on the property and that, but to take an actual shot, you know, like the camera, everything's got to fit into that, you know, perimeter, I guess, but the tree might be just over there outside of that, so I'd love to get the trees in. And I always say to the customer, to the client at the time, you know, I really want to get that tree in, and they go, oh yeah, it's all part of the process, just building up layers. Well, Dave and Kathy, they were actually, I said, Dave, what did you guys used to do? Because I think they retired about 4 years ago, and they were both in the medical industry. Now I don't know in what capacity, but I don't know whether Dave was a brain surgeon or something, and Kathy, she retired 10 years ago. Oh, I just love following them on their journeys. I think we all do. I've met some really interesting people that have come over and said, oh, we were watching Dave and Kathy, and they recommended we come over and see what you're doing, and you know, I really appreciate that. And that's to me, that's what I love about this community. You know, we all know as creators how frustrating it can be, but then you meet really neat people. Yeah, it just makes it all worthwhile. To me, this is just a whole new world. I mean, I never ever thought in my wildest dreams I'd be sitting here drawing and talking on camera, and no, I never ever thought that would be the road I'd be taking. Anyway, we're here. It must be great to be able to just, you reach the age where you've had your working life, and now you can just go out now and just travel around the countryside, see all the sights, and just take your time, no rush. And they've got 2 sons. I think it's just about that time again where I stopped talking, moved into time lapse, and depending on what part of this beautiful world you're in, grab a glass or a cup of your favourite drink, put your feet up and relax, think about the wonderful weekend ahead, and I'll see you in a few minutes. decided to leave it there for today. And as you can see, I did quite a bit off screen because there's a lot of hours involved in that. Now when you get the chance, jump over and visit Dave and Kathy. I'll leave a link in the description below. And I know they'll look forward to seeing you there. And now if this is the first time you've been to my channel and you'd like to see a little bit more, I'll leave a link up here to my playlist for my vlogs. And if you enjoyed my content, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it with your friends. And if you haven't yet subscribed, feel free to hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, that way you'll get notified every time a new video comes out. So thanks for watching, have a great weekend, and stay safe out there, my friends.